All right, welcome everybody to 2023 KMMLA and KSCS joint press conference. We're here to announce new programs for the upcoming year. Just before we get started with the actual press conference though, I just wanted to go over a little bit of a tiny brief history with lacrosse. So in 1990, lacrosse ceased in Quebec, playing in the Quebec Minor Association, and moved in 1992 it was moved to Ontario. Since then, was for an increase in competition, there's no language barrier, and also it gave opportunities for our children to play with our sister communities, Tyendinaga, Six Nations, Akwesasne, and so on. The pandemic has forced another 2-year hiatus, having returned last year in 2022. And so the issues that the board, the Kahnawake Minor Lacrosse Board has been facing has been registration due to travel costs or equipment. They've also had issues with limited floor time and not having any off-season program. So today is to announce hopefully a foundation for that going forward. So to get, before we start the press conference, I'll just introduce everybody here. So to my right, we have Cheryl Zachary. So Cheryl's the Director of Family Preservation at KSCS. We have Coach Cree and Coach Kirby Joe Daibo. They're of the Kahnawake Minor Lacrosse Association. Coach Cree is the President and Kirby Joe is the Vice President. So, to kick off our press conference, I would invite Cheryl to please go ahead with the announcement.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kahnawake Sagotea Tegenha's Community Services and the KMMLA are happy to announce that several new programs for this season have been funded by KSCS with the goal of more inclusion in minor lacrosse for our youth and regaining a connection to our cultural sport. In January 2022, the parties to the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal proceedings on First Nations Child and Family Services announced an agreement in principle which included compensation for past harms of the First Nations Child and Family System and a commitment to long-term reform. This is a unique opportunity for Kahnawake to shape reform in child and family services through the support of prevention and wellness activities within our community. The new programs include the following: transportation and accommodations. Players who do not have means to travel to the various Ontario locations to participate will now have options for free travel as coaches, managers, or parent volunteers may use rental vans to transport multiple players to and from games. Rental vans will be limited to 1 per team per away game. This will be reassessed after this season and could increase for 2024. Further, players and parents will be entitled to a reimbursement of up to a maximum of $100 per night for a hotel stay for tournaments, subject to player participation, confirmation, and hotel receipts. Equipment. To entice the development of goalies, equipment will be purchased by the KMMLA that will belong to the KMMLA for free use by goalies as needed. Balls and new jerseys have also been funded by KSCS. Media. All home games and provincials will be filmed by Baby Blue Memories by Brandon Bordeaux, including live streaming of some provincial tournament games. A new KMMLA website has been produced by a parent volunteer with the basic domain sponsored by KSCS. Additional practice time. All teams will be able to fund 1 additional practice or game per week. Further, the off-season program that began this current off-season will continue through various indoor rental facilities that will again be free for all players. This is intended for new players to try the sport and existing players to maintain or enhance their skills in fall and winter. Camps. Camps with professional lacrosse players will be held, in which the entire community will be welcome to attend. Though registration fees could not be covered, some items listed above will prevent an increase in registration costs. The KMMLA is currently attempting to fundraise for areas of shortfall, such as registration fees.
And I would invite our president to read off the KMMLA's statement.
Same one.
Just the last statement at the bottom.
Oh, we would like to thank the KSCS for the opportunity they have created for our youth.
And if the board members want to say anything else, this would be the time to do so. Feel free.
Well, I would just like to say, helping us out with the money, doing the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal. It's been a while since we've been able to get the funding for that. And lacrosse, they were autodon, is our sport. It's in our blood. It's what we do as young men and women. I mean, it comes from the ancestors. Most of us know the game comes from our grandparents and our ancestors, and it gets passed on. And lacrosse allows to explore the world. Some days you end up in Florida, some days you end up in Ireland, some days you end up on the Haudenosaunee world team, someday you may end up in college playing D1 for a national title, or the NLL. So there's many opportunities for this now that we can travel all through Ontario, we can play better games, we can take the kids off the so-called streets and give them better opportunities for life. And I mean, we cherish the game, so we're going to do our best efforts. And Yawangoa to the KSCS and Mrs. Zachary here for giving us the opportunity to get this funding. And yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped because geez, we were given a lot of money, and this money is going to help us, because registration was about 115 kids, and when you look at a PM or somewhere in Ontario, they have 600 kids. So 600 kids versus 100 kids is we're getting outnumbered in that aspect, but we're a small territory. So we're going to use this money and use this extra time and all these resources to help grow the game of lacrosse in Kahnawake to the best of our abilities. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the KSCS, everybody who was involved. Again, this was really going to help our community, our youth, and like Garrett said, that in the registration aspect of it, we are outnumbered. And we're hoping to get our registration numbers up this year, to get more kids in the community out, practicing, playing, get them involved in the game, and, create better young Mohawk men. So again,
And just to add, our minor board was 3 last year, and this year we have 13. Our junior lacrosse team has a full staff with a general manager, assistant general manager, and we are pumped and excited to start blowing the whistle and start hosting practices and start getting after it. Can't wait. And many Nyawas, this is unbelievable to me. For me, it's unbelievable because I've been doing this for, I don't know, I'd say 43 years, because I followed my father and he did it. And every time we turned around, oh, we got to raise money. We got to pay for this. We got to get this. Oh, we can't get there because we don't have enough or whatever. So this allows us to get to the game, get to the practice without any, oh, I can't afford it. No, too bad, we got you. We got you. So many know, I'm just excited. I just cannot wait. I can't wait. When's the first day? Let's go. Let's get the ice out. Let's play. Let's go.
And tomorrow, the board will be releasing the official website, so look out for that tomorrow. It's going to be at GanawageLacrosse.com or .ca, and on Wednesday, registration opens. So with that, we'll open to any questions, if there are any from people here.
So, how much is this funding?
It's over 130,000. I'll have the exact number for you, but it's over 130,000.
Nice. And where it comes out of the?
So KSCS was notified that we have a mandate to deliver child and family services. So as a result of years of oppression and lack of funding and having to really count our nickels and dimes, we became aware of this increase in sustained funding for a number of years. And because we want assistance with the community, and we want to collaborate with the community to really achieve our mission. Our executive director, Derek Montour, put a call out to the community to say, if there are ways that you can assist us in achieving our mission, give us the proposals and we will assist you in making sure that these kinds of initiatives can happen. So that's exactly what they did. They met with Mr. Montour and came up with a plan and a proposal which was funded moving forward. So it's a great opportunity for us to collaborate with sports and help the youth in our community.
Any other questions?
Do you have an estimate of how much this will increase participation among young players?
We don't know because it's the first year, but I'll ask these guys based on, they've been on the board. They've been one of the two of the few people who have actually been on the board year after year, taking multiple roles. So they would know, they could give that estimate.
And we've had several families not be able to play due to the cost, due to the travel. Traveling to even Ottawa is a burden on some of the families. So what happens here is those parents that are less unfortunate with having an extra cash flow can show up and bring their child or children, and $100 a night is a substantial amount where a parent won't have to pay a hotel fee. Who knows, we may have enough gas money and enough for this and enough for that, where their original money, hey, we can afford to get to Toronto. Oh, we're going to put the kid on the bus. We're going to put the kid in the van. The coach is going to take the 15 kids. All right, great. We're going to carpool with another family or whatever. We'll be able to get to the game. I can buy the arm pads. I can buy the $100 helmet. I can buy the $300 stick. I can get the gloves now. All of these things, each piece of equipment is $100 or more. And if you don't have it, sorry, you cannot play. And then we're chipping in, we're finding old equipment, old stuff. We're just trying to make it happen. And I couldn't play because I couldn't afford it. Those are the worst words I could deal with. So once again, Minneapolis. This is.
It's overwhelming.
I'm blown away, and I'm just pumped, and I'm excited because it should increase by 50, maybe 100. Maybe we get 200 kids this year because of this, and that's what we're looking for. Pull the kids out of the depression and give them some positive attitude. That's what we're looking for.
The board this year also started a off-season program. So I don't know if Kirby Joe wants to touch on that one, because the off-season program was hoping to get kids who don't normally get a chance to play to try it for free. So I'll let Kirby Joe talk about that.
Yeah, we started, before the holidays. We had extra funds. Minor lacrosse had extra funds. We got extra floor time for anybody who wanted to go out over in Chattagee at the Soccerplex, and we had a really good numbers come out. There was a lot of new kids who didn't ever pick up a stick before, and it was nice to see. So we tried to do it again after the holidays when, again, numbers increased, and it was really awesome to see all the new faces out there. You know, we had a lot of coaches helping out, and, you know, it's growing, so that's where we're kind of leaving off on.
And that's part of this funding too, is that this off-season program will continue next year, funded by KSCS. Any other questions? All right, well, we'd like to thank everybody for coming, and we look forward to people checking out the website tomorrow and registration on Wednesday.
Now,